All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today, we're here with the Beechcraft. This is the Coronado Baron. Basically, this is a Beechcraft Bonanza F33A. I got a little tongue twisted there. I've been really excited to do the review of this video. So, this aircraft, I just purchased this. This is a payware. It doesn't come free with the series that we've been doing, but it is a single-engine aircraft. And I wanted to show it to you guys. So I throw in a couple of paywares and the freewares. But this one's a payware. I think I paid 20 bucks for it. With taxes, maybe like $21.50 or whatever it was. It comes with one variant, the F33A. It does have a couple different liveries here. So I'll show you those. Very beautiful liveries. I like all of them. I'm not sure which one to fly. And now, if you remember the V-tail aircraft of the Beech aircraft from Coronado, that was amazing aircraft. And I really love that plane, and this is pretty much the same thing, except for it's not a V-tail. I actually like the F33A better. I think it's more of a cleaner look with the single tail, and I believe it's also safer. But the V-tail, don't get me wrong, there is something about that aircraft that is amazing. It's a classic, and I remember it had this livery here, number 7, which was one of my favorite liveries. I don't know if it's the retro look or whatever. You got the white, you got the pinstripes, a bunch of different liveries today to choose from. About 9 different ones in total. You got classic look here, whatever your heart desires, really. But I was really surprised. I did test fly this before making this video. And Coronado is stepping their game up, man. They are on point with these aircrafts, I'll tell you that much. So we are going to check this baby out today. Let's just go in to configurations real quick, and I'll read you the stats from there. So as far as Microsoft Flight Simulators, it says that the cruising speed of this aircraft is 174 knots. It has a max altitude of 12,999 feet, a range of 850 nautical miles. Now, I looked up the real-world stats of this aircraft. It says that the, let's see. The max airspeed is 182 knots. Normal cruise speed is 172 knots. So they got it pretty close. Economy cruise is 136 knots. Cost per hour of fuel, $264.51. Cabin height, 4 feet 2 inches. Width, 3 feet 6 inches. Length, 12 feet 7 inches. 1 crew, 4 passengers. That's what it says here. Operational, takeoff weight is 3,400 pounds. Max landing weight is 3,400 pounds. Operational weight is 2,370 pounds. Empty weight is 2,237 pounds. Fuel capacity of 444 pounds, it says. Payload useful is 1,344 pounds. Payload with full fuel, 669 pounds. Max payload is 1,113 pounds. Max range of 7,000 and a ceiling of 18,000 feet. So it can go up to 18,000. In Microsoft Flight Simulator, I guess it says only 13,000. I'm not sure what the max altitude would actually be in this aircraft. We will have to test fly that one day in a live stream and check it out. I think I'm going to do some general aviation aircraft. The power plant of this aircraft says here that it's an IO 520B. That's the model of the engine from a Continental. So pretty cool stats here. Let me see. I don't see anything else here with how much horsepower it has or anything here. It doesn't show cabin or wheel or engine or any stats in here. So let's just go onto the ground and try to test fly this bad boy out. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We do all, we've been basically doing a series of checking out all Microsoft Flight aircrafts for the deluxe version package of this. We did the jets, we did the double engines, we're doing the single engines. This is a payware aircraft, okay? So this is slightly different than what I've been doing. However, We're going to check it out today. I do like to throw in a payware here and there. We'll be checking out the CJ4 or the CJ3 Plus. Is it CJ3 Plus that's coming out from Live to Air? We're gonna check. But that's coming out soon. I'm gonna probably do a full flight in that one too, to check out the avionics and everything and see how it works. But it looks amazing, and I love any plane with a toilet that flushes. I'm in, especially private jets. The whole reason I started this channel because I love private jets. That's probably one of my favorite planes to fly. Besides, I mean, I love them all. I can't really decide which one is my favorite, but if I had to pick a category of aircrafts to fly, it would probably lean more towards the private jet sector of most aircrafts. You know, I do enjoy general aviation, but I feel like general aviation is kind of a different thing altogether. You know, that's more of like cruising around, sightseeing, and enjoying. You know, like it really can make you a better pilot once you figure out how to do some of the lighter aircraft. So this is the Coronado on the outside here. It comes with an engine cover. I actually like this. This is not bad at all. We got the wheel chucks we can remove here. You got some gas caps that you can remove. Very nice modeling. I absolutely love it. And if you look here in the wing lights, I mean, look at that. That is beautifully done. I mean, it's just totally night and day from 2020 to 2024. I'm telling you, once you start flying in 2024, it's super hard to go back. Let me see. I know there's a way to press something here, and it will open up the engine. I'm not sure if it's on that side or the other side. You can check the oil underneath here, too. Maybe it's this click button here. Yeah, there it is. So if you go here, you can actually see the engine. And this used to be such a payware aircraft thing, and it was like, wow, you could check the oil. Like, I mean, it was like a pretty crazy thing to have to be able to do that in 2020. So the fact that we could do all that with all that animation, that is beautiful. I mean, look at the gear. I love the look of this aircraft. The look of this. This is one of my favorite planes for general aviation. The look, the feel, the flight. We do get a freeware one of this, which I'll do a... I don't know if I did a video yet of it, but I will. That comes with the simulator. But, man, I mean, you cannot beat this one. This one is just so beautiful. And ground handling on this thing, amazing. Everything was great on this. I did a test flight with it already, man, but I couldn't help myself. I wanted to fly this. I actually bought this in the morning, and I had to jump inside of it. So you can click here. I don't know if it's this side. I think it might be the other side that you can actually... Whoops, sorry. You can actually click and go inside. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, by the way, these open too. So you can open that, close that. And I think you can actually climb up on the wing like this, just like in a real plane. Open it up, and we have a co-pilot. I don't know. I got to turn her off, you know? I mean, I don't want to turn her on. I'm married. You know what I mean? Haha, got him. All right. That was a stupid joke. Sorry. So we can click that away if you want to, right? You have all your buttons and switches down here. It's very beautifully modeled, too. I mean, absolutely amazing. I actually like this a lot, right? So that's... Whoops. Crap. I just hit the button for no reason. So, battery. Let me turn that. Now, it's not working because I actually have to click my flight panel down here for it to work. But you can turn these on if you want to. You do have your... master panel over here once you start the engine up, and of course your fuel pump. Put a little juice in there, and then down here, that's your left. You're gonna have to switch to left to right, and you have your fuel gauges right here, left and right. So you just have to keep an eye on them to keep the wings balanced as you fly. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. You can turn that on too if you want to. It's got all the good features, man. Very functional aircraft, very fun. It has the G550 and the 450 down here, and then of course you got your transponder, and this one I believe, actually I think this one is your you know, flight director and your autopilot and all that, your yaw damper in here. The yaw damper used to be a little switch button, but I think it's part of the autopilot panel now, which well, in the F35 is a little different. Your outside temperature is here. Really cool. All right, let's get this bad boy started up here. And let me put in, this is your mixture, a little crack in that. And let's get some of this batteries on here. Clear prop. Whoa. Whoa, don't walk in front of my plane. The sounds of this thing, I mean, it sounds really good. We can leave that open or closed. Let me put the altimeter here, and let's take it for a little test run. I like the, also the views of this. If you click up or click down, you got your right view, left view. Whoops. A couple different features of this aircraft, which is pretty nice. Let me just click these buttons here. All right, there we go. It takes a minute to warm up. I love the ground handling of this aircraft, the way it feels, the way it handles, the sounds. This is just like a very basic, fun aircraft to fly. So if you're into general aviation aircraft, it's probably not a big system depth, like it doesn't have every single little feature, but this is definitely a really good one just to kind of do a little bit of a cross-country flight with, you know, something just to mess around with if you want to try some challenging landings or you want to do a cross-country flight. It might be a fun one to start with, you know. I'm not sure which way our winds are going today, so you know, if anybody knows where the winds are inside a general aviation aircraft to see which way they're blowing, please let me know. I'm kind of curious about that. I don't fly general aviation enough to know where to find the winds and how to find out where they're pointing to. I know we could probably look at the wind socks here. And let me just, whoops, put the, that's one flap. That's full flaps if you want. We're only going to do one notch of flaps for takeoff, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like with the animation and the sound. Whoops. The only one thing is there's no tablet and there's no click spot for, like, headphones, I believe. Let me see here. These are the headphones. It would be nice if they just add a little click spot to make the sounds a little bit quieter for long countries. You got a little book there. I guess that's the manual that comes with it. Let's take a look on the outside. I'm gonna put all the lights on for you guys. I'll show you what it looks like in the dark too. Let me just stop us real quick. This is the night lighting here. It's a little dim on those. It's got a good beacon and a good front light. Let's see what it looks like on the inside here. I know there's panel lighting in this bad boy. Let me see. I think it's these. Yeah, I think it is those. Let me see if I can get this a little darker so we can see what the panel lights look like. Oh yeah, I think this is it here. Let me see. Oh, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. That's nice. That looks good, huh? So you could even do some night flying with this bad boy. That is beautiful. Yeah, it looks good. It looks actually pretty good at night. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of the dirt here. Alright. Alright, there we go. You could do a run-up if you want to. Let me just see if the magnetos work on this thing real quick. So let's do 1500 RPMs. It does drop it. Yeah. Yep, it does work. Magnetos are working, so that's good. That's a good run up. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and take off and see how it goes. A little bit of right rudder here. It's nice, man. Handles smooth. It rides smooth. It's a lot better of handling than the one that they had before. I like it. I actually think it's really good. Let me see. You gotta hold the nose up here. Put the flaps up. Definitely a little nose heavy. You can probably trim up a little here to help yourself. I just wanted to try this out. We are a little bit higher up altitude, so... But it's a beautiful plane. Check it out. That light is really bright on the top. That's weird looking, right? Turn the landing lights off here. Let's see. Do I have the pitot heat on? There we go. Pitot heat's on. Definitely feels good. It's just slightly nose heavy, I would say. I don't know if that's accurate. So you could trim up because I do have to keep it back a little bit. But man, it flies really good. This would be a fun one. I definitely got to plan a flight or just do some sightseeing. Let me see about a stall here and see what that does. I know the V-tail was hard to recover. I don't know how this one's going to react with a stall. We're going to do a power on stall here real quick. Just hold the nose up until we get a airspeed drop. Let's see here. We're about 5,800 feet right now. There we go. Alright, pulling back. I'm going to keep holding it. And the nose is starting to drop. Alright, nose is dropping. And then that's it. Alright, power off. Let me see what the power off stall does. Pulling back. That's the warning of the gear. And drop the nose again. So it doesn't snap the wing right or left. That's interesting for a payware. You would think it would have a snap over. Let me see if I can get it to snap. Let's try that again. I'm going to just do a power off and aggressively pull back and see what happens. Just curious. Nope, it won't snap. It just noses down. That's interesting. That's nice. That's not bad, though. It feels good. Definitely a beautiful aircraft to fly. Look at that thing. It's so classic, right? Beautiful. I highly recommend this one, dude. I don't know. There's just something about this plane. It's just... It's awesome. Let's try the autopilot out. Altitude hold. Heading mode on. Let's see. Alright, we're going to do... that 3,000 feet. Let me check our... There's the airport there. We got to head back to here. So, let's go to heading and turn. It's a little aggressive on the heading. Let's do flight director. Whoops. It's too low of a speed to kick me off autopilot. Alright, let's head back to the runway there. It's a beautiful aircraft, though. Autopilot's working great. Okay, I took the autopilot out there. But the autopilot is working absolutely fantastic here. We're going to head back to that runway and try to land this bad boy. I love it. I love it. It feels good. Feels really good, this aircraft. I'm gonna just put less trim in there. Keep a little pressure on the nose. It seems to like that. I'm only trimming about like 14% up right now, and it seems like it's flying a lot better. With let's see. Engines are running pretty good here too. I can take out a little bit of fuel mixture too, because we're up higher. It feels good, dude. It feels like it's really working good. That's another view. I wonder what's in here. Is this clickable here? No, that's not clickable. That would be cool if that opened. There's no clickables. Oh yeah, these are workable too. So you do have fuses, which is pretty nice. Wow. I didn't think it would have that much. This is a beautiful runway to take off from, too, and land. Definitely put this in your flight book. All right, let's put the mixture up. RPMs are up. Pulling back on that. Putting flaps in. Trimming back down here. Gear coming out here. Oh. It flies good. It handles good. The maneuvering's not bad. I like it. Overall, very smooth. And it's easy frame rate, so it doesn't kill you with that either, which is nice. Just trimming the aircraft. I gotta watch my airspeed. Don't want to stall this bad boy. So the landing lights are on. Let's try to land this thing. I like it. I would definitely recommend this one. Definitely an awesome one to fly. This is such a beautiful airport to fly to, too. I don't know why I like this airport so much. Try to get a greaser in there. It bounced a little. So this is S21. I don't know where this one is, but it's awesome. This is a nice one to fly. Definitely beautiful. Alright, let's get the flaps cleaned up. Let's get off the runway. I love this plane. I think with a little practice, we could get really good with this. I probably don't even need all the flaps. Probably put a little bit too much flaps in there. It definitely bounces, so you definitely have to be careful with that. To get a better landing, you might want to increase your airspeed for a descend, especially with full flaps. Overall, the Beechcraft Bonanza by Carenado, I'm definitely giving this a 9.5. You know, I wouldn't give it a full 10 because there's no system depth, but it is up there. It's a nice one, especially for Carenado. They're doing a lot better, in my opinion, in 2024 than 2020. I used to think they're super good in 2020, but after like test flying this, after flying all their Carenados, I own like a lot of Carenados in 2020, almost all of them, right? But after test flying their Carenado, watch out, Bobby, almost chopped them up there. I would say this one is just, it's night and day, man. You got to try it and you'll understand what I'm talking about. But for 20 bucks, you really can't beat this, especially if you're in the general aviation flight. You got a bunch of different liveries, a beautiful aircraft to fly here. It's definitely better than the freeware that comes with it. And, you know, if you have good scenery like this little airport here, this is a free airport. I didn't do nothing to it. I don't know nothing about it, but heck, it's a heck of a lot of fun to fly. All right, let's jump outside and see what it looks like with the propeller to stop here. I always like to get a view of the propeller stopping so that you guys can see what that looks like. I wonder if you can feather this thing. That's a beautiful aircraft, man. Really, really nicely done. Really nicely done. Carenado, good job on this one. Good job. Definitely nicely done. Alright, let's turn the batteries and all this stuff off here. There we go. And the fuel. Cool. Beautifully done. Also, you do have a push button here for your timer. If you wanted to use that, you have your autopilot button on the yoke and your trim and your cabin lighting. So, and your control for that. So a couple different things there. I haven't seen nothing else in this one, really. I'm not sure if there's any hidden features, but nothing that I could find. And I can't seem to go to the back seat of this aircraft, so I'm not sure what that's about, but I guess you really don't need to, but it's beautifully modeled. I mean, look at the seat. Absolutely amazing job. They always do a good job with their modeling. I mean, this thing really makes you feel like you're inside the plane. I love it. A lot of different variants of this aircraft. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.